So can we proceed now, right?
Yes, sir. You have 50 minutes.
Okay. Do I have to turn my camera on?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You have a slide to share.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I'm beloved Daddy GB, as I've said earlier on. And I am here to enlighten you on leveraging AI for growth, right? So we are going to begin right now. I hope everyone is with me. If you're happy to be here, let me hear something from you.
I'm very happy and excited to be here. I'm so happy to be here because I'll be learning a lot on web and tech.
Okay. So we can proceed right away. So when we talk about AI, right, I'll just hit the nail on the head. I don't know how many minutes is this class.
50 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm coming. Okay. So let's go straight to the point, anyways. So when we talk about I know we are all familiar with the concept of AI, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. We
yes.
can hear you.
Okay.
Yes,
Please, I
sir.
want this class to be interactive, please. I don't know, is it possible?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So I said, I know we are familiar with the concept of AI, right?
We are fairly familiar with it, but not wide.
Okay, okay. But we know that we know the full meaning is artificial intelligence, right? Um,
Yes.
Yes.
and what it literally means is that we can use computers, we can use bots to do tasks that humans are meant to do. You get? So that's artificial intelligence. That's what it literally means. So basically, what we want to talk about now is how can you use it to foster growth? Like how can you use it to increase your productivity? How can you use it to do greater things for yourself? So basically, before you we have different models of AI. Okay, we have vision models of AI, we have generative AI, and the likes. But the most common one for people, for individuals that could be used by individuals, is the generative AI. As it sounds, generative AI, you use it to generate stuff. You could generate content, generate videos, generate stuff. That's what it is. So they are generative AI tools. So we're going to talk about some of those tools and we're going to see how to apply them. We're going to do some practical simulations on how to apply some of these tools. So basically right now, before you can start saying you want to use an AI tool, you need to know what prompt engineering is. I don't know if you've heard the term prompt engineering before.
I have not. Prompt engineering, I have
I
not.
haven't.
Okay,
No, no,
okay,
no.
okay. So what prompt engineering is just like the way you communicate with AI tools. Okay, like just like every computing device and all that, we always have an input and an output. So when it comes to AI as well, there's an input and there will be an output. So the input you prompt or the inputs you put in is your prompts. It's called prompts. So the art of prompting is prompt engineering, and you cannot actually get a better result without a good prompt. So you need to understand what prompts are and how to communicate with AIs so to get the results you desire, something like that. So I'll be using a single tool. I'll introduce it to you two later on, but let me just proceed right now. Let me try to share my screen with you people. Okay. So if you are seeing my screen right now, let me know. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, No. sir.
Not
No, you
yet.
should be able to see my screen right now. Can you see it right now?
It's coming up.
Coming up now.
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we are good to go, right?
yes.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So basically, we are going to talk about prompt engineering, like I said, and we know the most popular. I know all of you you've heard of Chat GPT. That's an example of a generative AI tool.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've
I
heard
know.
about
Yeah, you've heard of Chat GPT. It's an example of a generative AI tool. but we still have a lot of them because ChatGPT is just like one out of a thousand of AI tools we have or generative AI tools we have. So this ChatGPT, for instance, since it's common, let me just open it for instance. And we are going to talk about prompts, like I said, prompt engineering, which is the input you give to your AI tools to get a better output, right? So right now, let me show you some tips and tricks for prompting. Yeah. So let me show you some tips and tricks for prompting at first. But before we proceed, this is a ChatGPT interface. I hope you can see them.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So this is an interface. This is a ChatGPT interface. If you are familiar with this tool or you're not that familiar with it, it's just as simple as you
Sorry,
see.
sir. Sorry, sir. We
Okay.
can't see your screen.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes,
Your
yes.
screen is visible. I think you should log out and
Can
log
you
in again.
I
can
can
you
see it. I
post
think it's from your network
can
or
you
from
post
your
the screen?
device you're
Okay.
using. But I'm seeing the
We can
screen
see
here.
it now.
Can you see it now still?
Yes, yes, we can see it now.
Okay, okay, okay. So as I was saying, this is ChatGPT interface. I know most of you are familiar with it on the laptop. So this is what it looks like. And you always see a input field where you could input your prompts. So the art of prompting is prompt engineering, as I've said earlier on. So right now, you could start your prompts just like I would always I would always advise you take generative AI tools as maybe someone working for you, as your assistant, as your personal assistant. So the way you give orders to your PAs, to your virtual assistant, try to implement the way you communicate. If you know the art of communication, try to implement it when you are using AI tools. Is what I've been using so far and it has worked for me. So what I want to do basically now is you could just start a simple prompt like by saying, what is prompt engineering? Okay. So I'll prompt this. What I just did is a prompt. What is prompt engineering? And what the AI tool is giving me is an output from the AI tool. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that when you have a good prompt, you get a better result. So as you could see from here, it says prompt engineering is the process of designing and refining the input prompts given to AI models like ChatGPT, Midjourney. So we have them all. We have different tools, like I've said, but I would be using a basic tool because I have a couple of them in my arsenal and um, my favorite one basically for beginners. If I'm to introduce you to an AI tool, I'll introduce you to something like this. So it's called Chat LLM. If you've not heard of LLM before, LLM means large language model. I hope you are seeing my screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. LLM means large language model. It's one of the AI models, and basically what it does is that is trained on test data to understand and interact with humans. That's what LLM is, large language model. I will not go too deep into the technical aspects of AIs. We have NLP, the natural language processing and all that. I won't go into the deep part of it, the machine learning and all that. But basically, I just want to go into what would help you leverage AI for growth to create stuff, which is generative AI. So we are going to move from here. So I have a chat LLM here. I will introduce you to the tool much more later in terms of how you could have access to the tool and all that. But with this particular tool, you have access to different AI models. Instead of using different AI models for image generation, video generation, text generation. Like for instance, ChatGPT right now can do some of these tasks like text generation, but there's limit to it because basically you are using the free version. Until you get access to the pro version, that's when you could use some other features on ChatGPT. So right now, I'll use something like a Chat LLM to access all the models from the first version of ChatGPT to the first version of DeepSeek. I know you've heard of DeepSeek of recent. Is the trend of recent? Is one generative AI tool that is on trend right now. So what this chat LLM does is that you have access to different models. So I hope you are seeing my screen, please.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So right now with my chat LLM, I have access to different AI model, as you can see from here. So we have GPT 4.0 and O3 mini, O1 mini, and all that. We have Sonnet 3.5. So these are all generative AI models, different tools that you can use to prompt and get results. But how do we utilize this? There is something about this chat LLM right now. So I have something called Route LLM. What it means is that this is Route language, large language model, right? So this Route large language model means that you can use this to access any of this model. I don't know if I'm communicating.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can use this to access any of these model right here. We have a lot of models right here, as you could see, as I was showing you. We have DeepSeek R1, which is the one on trend right now. We have Gemini, we have GPT 4.0 mini, we have Grok, which is from X, we have DeepSeek, the version 3, we have Abacus AI, we have Lima, we have Search LLM. So from the name route right now, it means you can use this route LLM to access any of these. So what it does is that when you prompt, it access the other models and look for the one that can give you the best response. So it's not going to just use GPT. So you have access to other models, and when you prompt, you get a better result from any of the models because the way they give outputs are different. When you prompt on, for instance, let's use ChatGPT for a case study, and let's use Gemini for a case study. So Gemini is from Google, and we have ChatGPT. So let me use Gemini and ChatGPT right now. And if you prompt the same thing, like you won't get the same response. For instance, with ChatGPT, I want to say, what is LLM? Okay, what is LLM? And with Gemini, I want to say the same thing. They are both generative AI tools, anyways. So let me say, what is LLM? So I'm prompting this at the same time and these at the same time. So as you can see from here, okay. This says, as you can see, Gemini says, I'm not able to help with that as I'm only a language model. So that is what it gives. But let me just change it to like Flash to the previous model. I think that is more. Let me say, what is large? Okay, what is LLM? Okay, so here it is. So here we have from ChatGPT and we have from Gemini. So this is LLM stands for large language model, which is type of artificial intelligence. And look at this, it says LLM stands for large language model. It's a type of artificial intelligence program that can understand, generate, and process human language. And this says almost the same thing, but not the same way. So this is, which is a type of artificial intelligence model designed to understand, generate human-like text based on the inputs it receives. So as I was explaining earlier on about the chat LLM, like I said, with this route LLM, you could access different models, but the best answer will be given to you. The best one that can provide the best and accurate answer will be given to you. For instance, let me do that same prompt right now. What is LLM right here? And you'll see what the results will be. And I'll show you how the route LLM works. So right now, you could see from here, I hope you are seeing my cursor. You could see from here, we have the route LLM and is routing to GPT 4.0, as you can see from here. And GPT 4.0 is part of the models right here. So that is what it could come up with that will give us the best results. And that's why we are having this right now. So why I'm doing all this basically is just for you to understand prompting and the large language model. Okay, so we're going to proceed. We have to create some fun stuff. Let's generate some stuff. I know we are all used to text-based prompts, creating test contents, like you could create an email, newsletter. You could create a social media post. You could create a lot of things with the text-based generative AI. But we can also create other things because this particular session is meant to be for you generating videos, audio, and all that. We have a lot of tools to do all that. So right now, let's do some use cases for all these things. We now have people using AI to create like video content, for instance, video ads. Of recent, Nike used AI to create an ad campaign for themselves. So this is where the world is moving to now. The world is moving to where we use AI to generate content and create content. So you need to get yourself some of these skills so you could be on track with what is going on in the world right now. So, like I was saying, with this, I could do a lot of things, and I'll come to my chat LLM. Like I said, I'll introduce you to it later on, so we could cover some ground. So right now, I want to generate image. Let's go to image generation for now. Since we've talked about prompting, prompting is what you input to an AI to get an output. So right now, let's do some image generation, video generation, and code generation properly. If I don't know if we have any programmer in the house, so we can do code generation as well. You could create websites without even knowing how to code that much with AI right now. You could create landing pages, you could create AI products, you could create AI powered products. So right now, like I said, let's generate some image. There are some AI models we use for images, and we can use them to generate image. So right now, I want to access some of those models right now. So let me start a new chat for my chat LLM. So this is my chat LLM right now. So I want to access some image generation tool. So here is my image generation tool. Like I said, I'll introduce you to this tool later on. So right now we have different models right here. We have Flux 1.1. These are tools you could actually access directly. We have DAL-E and we have Hydrogram. If you come to Google to check for them, you could access them directly. But because of when you try to access them, some of them they do have premium subscription and all that. But with Chat LLM, you could have access to all the models without having to subscribe to each models one by one. Because when you subscribe $20 on ChatGPT, you subscribe another $20 on another two. By the time you accumulate those, it will be like cumbersome for you to just go ahead to start subscribing. So that's why we have a model like this large language model. And right now, I want to create some image. Let me just show you how to do some of this by simply prompting. So right now, we have different models right now. We have Flux, we have Imagen. You could use any of these models. So let's try Flux Pro right now. And right now, I'll be asked number of images to generate. I could say to compare images, we could generate like 4 at a time. We could generate just the same prompts, creating different images. So we could generate like 4 at a time. And I could start with a tutor. Let me just paint a scene for this, which is my prompt. I'll use my prompt to paint a scene and I'll get like an image generation from that prompt. So let's do that right away. So right now I want to prompt something. I'll say like I want an imaginary scene. I want an imaginary scene where a tutor is trying to pass some information across, to his AI students, something like that. So let's do something like a prompt like this. We just want to have fun, so you could see how prompts works and how output works with all these AI models. So I'm going to generate this right now, and it's going to take a while for the image to be generated. While we wait for that, I just prompted that right now. So we could as well access some other tools. Let me just go to my chat LM. Let me open it in another tab while I wait for that image generation. So I'll do this as an image generation for AI, you leveraging AI. So let me do the one for video creation right now. So you need some video editing skills, of course, and we have some tools as well you can use to edit video. Some of the tools are vid.io. We have vid.io. I don't know if you've heard of it before. You could actually take notes. So we have vid.io. You could use them to edit video. And let me just log in right now. Or let me, okay, I think I have an account. So right here, this is my chat LLM as well. So I'm waiting for this image to get generated while I go to the other part because we don't have much time and I want us to cover a lot of ground. So we are going to generate some videos as well. So let's paint some scenes. Before we proceed, you can actually use AI to generate prompts as well. So sometimes it might be hard for you to start thinking of what to prompt and all that. There are AIs you can use to generate prompts as well. So that way it makes your prompts, you trying to engineer your so I could give my route LLM and go to a specific model. And I can say I want to go to DeepSeek R1. DeepSeek is the one I was talking about earlier on that is on trend right now. So I'm going to prompt. Let me look for some prompts. So let me say I need some prompts to create an anime video, an anime videos. Okay, an anime video with video generation tools. So let me look for some video. So like I was saying earlier on, sorry, I will be switching from one screen to another. So right now you could see what I prompted. Look at what it generated for us. You know, from the prompt, I told the generative AI to give me 4 comparisons, like give me 4 images. And these are the 4 images right now. This is the tutor right here. And this is the AI student, like I requested. And this is another one. So you could choose one of these. This is another one. And there's more interesting part to this. You could actually edit some of these prompts. You could say you want to edit some of these prompts. So you could take the ones, you could download all and compare. So when you want to download, you see the download button right here. You get to download them right now and you see them on your local storage on your PC. So here we are. So let me just check my downloads. And as you could see, these are some of the images I downloaded without copyright or anything. So these are images you could actually use for different stuff. You could use it for different things. I know you've seen some of these images online. People are already prompting different image generation tools to generate image. They are using it to create content on social media and all that. So you could find a lot of use cases to this image generation. So let's leave image generation for now and go to video creation, something like that. So like I said, you could use generative AI tools to generate prompts, like I said. So I could say I need some prompts to create an anime video with AI characters, with avatars. Okay, let's say with avatars and all that. Let me just give a simple prompt right here, and let's see what I was talking about. That you can get some prompts, and right here, the DeepSeek is trying to give us an output. So literally, there are some codes running in the background when you prompt. So this is what it's showing right now. It's showing the codes of prompting, and this is the output right here. So you could see we have different settings right here. These are prompts you could easily use. So right now, let's use one of these prompts to create a video. So let me use my video generation tool. This is an image generation tool, and we have different models which you could access later on if by the time I introduce you to the tool. So let me use some video generation tool. So let me create a new chat. And right now I want to access my video generation tool. So right here you see different models for video creation, for creating and generating videos. We have the Luma Labs, we have the Runway, we have the Kling AI, and you could use any of this to generate. So let's do some of it right now. So I'm going to use let me use this ALU AI. And before you use the Edu AI, as you can see from here, you have to start a frame. So this is where a tool like Canva comes in. I don't know if you've heard of Canva before. Canva is an AI tool as well. If you don't know that, it's an AI tool for graphic design. So you could use it to create different designs for yourself. So you don't need to actually have like serious or deep technical design skill to start designing. With something like Canva, you could start designing with drag and drop. So right now, I want to create a frame. From this, we're asked to create a frame. You can see right here, it says start frame. So you have to create a frame, which is the size of your video. You know, we have different orientation size. We have portrait video, we have landscape video, we have 16 ratio 9, different ratios about videos. And right now, I want to create a frame right now. So I'll click on a custom size on Canva. I know you might be familiar with Canva. This is the Canva dashboard. So I could actually click on custom size on Canva. And right here, I'm going to choose my width, which is the length, and height, which is the breadth. So I'm going to choose like a 1006 pixel. And you could see the unit right here. You could take pixel, inches, and millimeter, centimeter, and all that. But it's pixel I'm using. So I'll use 16 and 900 pixel. I'll create a new design with a custom size. So right here, I want to create a frame for the video I want to generate right now. So I'll create a frame from this. I could just create a blank Canva, then give it a color. So I could give it a color like maybe like a purple kind of color. I think this is purple. So right here, I'm going to export this as my frame, just a blank frame. I'm going to name it frame for video. Frame for video. So I'm going to download this as a JPEG. I'm going to share my design and I'll see download right here. I'm going to download with JPEG. I'll choose the file type, which is JPEG. I hope I'm not too fast because I want to get to a point at the very end. That's why I'm kind of fast. I hope I'm not too fast.
You're
No, it's fine.
actually fast. You are, but it's okay.
Eh,
The speed is fine.
okay, you know what? Don't worry. You will have access to
Yes,
some of my courses for
yes,
free.
because of the time, I understand.
Yes, don't worry. I'll give you access to some of my courses. If you are really interested in some of these things, I'll give you free access to some of my courses so that
Okay, thank you very much. Thank
you
you.
take your time to learn some of these things. But I need to be fast, and I'm sorry
Thank
about
you,
that.
sir. It's
Yeah.
okay. Thank
So, but you are still following, right? I think you are still learning one or two things, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
sure,
yes,
yes.
we are learning.
Oh, okay. So let me download my frame size right now. This I'll use my file type JPEG. I'll download with the download button, and I'm going to wait for it to be downloaded. And I have the frame size downloaded on my PC. So when you check my download right now, this is what we just created on Canva. This is the frame size we just created on Canva right now. So I'll use that as my frame template. So I'll come back to my chat LLM as I was explaining earlier on. So I'm going to use that frame. I'm going to upload that frame I created here on Canva right now. I'm going to upload it right here. So I'll just click on upload, then I'll bring it in. So we are going to have that as a frame. Now the prompts, I generated a prompt from DeepSeek. So I want to use some of these prompts right now. So you could see we have the settings, we have the action and all that. So let me just copy this epic fantasy quest first. Just copy this. I'll copy this right now and I'll come to my chat LLM to paste that. So you could give it some creative, you could actually refine it if you want to. So I would say, as a video creator, I'll still share you I'll share you some resources. I'll share you some resources where we talked about types of prompts. We have different types of prompts. We have role-based prompts. We have a lot of prompts, like how to prompt and to create examples and all that. So right now, I want to prompt right now. I would say as a video creator, okay, as a video creator, I want to I want to create a young, okay. So I'm trying to define this prompt. I want to create a young mage, okay. I want to create a young mage, summons a, okay. Let me just Okay, let me just leave it the way it was. Don't let me do too much. Let me just leave it the way it was. Let me say this is what the prompt gave us. I'm just going to use that directly. So I'm going to generate that right now. After I've given a frame size, I've selected my model. I am using the ALU AI right now. And I selected a frame. I created a frame from Canva and I have my prompts. I generated a prompt with DeepSeek. These are AI tools I'm mentioning. So I created the prompt with DeepSeek. Then I'm going to try to generate a video right now. So I'm going to click on generate to generate that. So let's see what it generates at the very end. I'm going to wait for that. So we've done image generation. Right now we're doing video generation. So let's talk about text. And this time around, I'll be using ChatGPT. So let's see. I want someone to give me a profession right now. You can mention your profession.
Process engineering.
Health,
Civil engineering.
Process
Sorry,
engineering. Process
Civil
engineering.
engineering.
health.
please can someone just
Let's
can
go with process engineering. No do a process engineering. That's all and gas process engineering. Let's see what
okay,
it
you are
comes.
into oil and gas process engineering.
Yes.
So let me ask you a very simple question. What things do you do? Like what would you want to use AI to do as a process engineer?
Okay, so I will want to use it to troubleshoot some of our equipment if they are not operating optimally.
Yeah, you can use AI to do that. You can use AI to seek some troubleshooting knowledge. Sorry. I'm actually getting tired from talking too fast. Sorry. So as I was saying, so we can so let's say, do you have a tool in mind? Give me a tool. Just give me a scenario of two. So there's a way you could prompt your, for instance, ChatGPT has a free account that you can use it for free, and you can use it to do your day-to-day activities. For instance, someone said he's a process engineer. You can use it to troubleshoot. You could start with as a process engineer. Okay, as a process engineer, just explain yourself as if you're explaining yourself to um an assistant
Okay, so
that does
as a
not.
process engineer,
Okay,
I want to
I want to
troubleshoot,
do,
resolve,
I want to troubleshoot what?
troubleshoot and resolve
Okay,
and the intermittent failure of a compressor.
the intermittent
Failure that
failure
it comes up, goes off, comes up, goes off.
of a compressor. So
Of a,
now
say
you
gas
just said you
make it
just said something now. You said
of a gas
intermittent failure
compressor
of
to
a
make
gas
it
compressor.
straight here.
Then you were saying something about it goes on, it goes off.
Yes,
When you are
that's the
prompting,
fault. That's the consign.
okay, when you are prompting, you have to give details. So,
Okay.
for instance, if you stopped here, the prompt you get will be different from if you go on and on to explain that, okay, the gas compressor goes off and off, or on and off, sorry. So you could go on and say the gas compressor goes on and off. So you asked, how
Okay.
do I troubleshoot this to function properly? So you have to be detailed when you're prompting. I'll share you some tips and tricks on how to prompt. So how do I troubleshoot this to function? Okay, to function well. So let's prompt that, and this will give you a detail like troubleshooting intermittent failures in a gas compressor involves a systematic approach to identify the root cause and implement a solution. So this is understand the symptoms and failure pattern. When does the compressor fail? The specific time conditions. Does it fail under load at startup or after running for a certain time? Is there an error code or alarm triggered during failure? Ask for reports. Operators or maintenance logs might indicate previous issues or patterns. Check the basics. So these are details that when you probably follow through, then if there's anything you would want to, you can continue your prompt. Your prompt does not end here. If you go on and on, you could say, I tried. You could just give something, give a scenario of what happened after maybe you read this, I tried to use some of the tips you gave. Nothing worked yet. Nothing worked yet. What else can I do? So you get to give, when you prompt, you just don't stop at a definite result. You could go on and on to, like, it's continuous. You could go on and on to ask for more. Like you could see right now, it says perform a comprehensive root cause analysis, log operating parameters, and all that. I'm not into process engineering. I don't know anything about process engineering. So I won't do too much. I'm just showing you prompts. So I could go on and on. This is a video I was trying to generate earlier on from the prompt we created. So this is a video generated for us right now. So when I play it, as you could see, I just generated a video right now. And you could see the video right here on your screen from a prompt. So you could actually create different video scenes and combine them together to create a movie. There are movies out there being created by AI right now. These are the basic things they do to create those movies. So after you have a video generation, of course, to create a movie, you need a voice, you need music. There are AI tools for that as well. Let me introduce some music AI tools. I want to cover as many as possible tools before we end this session. How many minutes do I have left, please?
You still have up to 20.
Yeah, 9 minutes. I think it was 15 minutes they give.
I still have up to how many minutes?
So I don't know if the
You have 20 minutes, 20 minutes.
10 minutes, but we
No,
have,
it starts from when I started, I think.
Go on, it's 20 minutes remaining.
Okay, 20 minutes. Okay. So you could write some of these tools down. Something about AI is that the more you practice, the better you get good at it. That's just the truth about it. So some of these tools, you just need the right information. When you have the right information, you can actually start practicing with some of these tools. The more time you spend on these tools, the better you become. So that's something I wanted to know. So the main basic thing is just for you to get the right information. So don't bother about me talking too fast or anything. Just take note of the tools I'm mentioning. And when you have the free time to access them, you can have access to them and start checking them out. So I want to introduce you to a music generation tool, for instance. I want to introduce you to something like Udio. I use Udio, so it's UDIO, Udio. So you could use this to generate music, you use it to create music. And there are ethical considerations to AI. Maybe it's copyrighted or not. Though currently, when you create content with AI, it is yours. Your creativity matters because prompting is creativity. What you prompted will not be prompted by someone else. That's why you need to be creative when creating prompts. Like I said, I'll share you some tips and tricks on about creating prompts. And something you should know is that just be communicative and be simple when you're creating prompts. You don't need grammars. You can use your simple English, your day-to-day English. It's not even necessary for the grammar to be correct. Just communicate. And right now, I have audio right here, so I could start creating music and all that. So let me just log in with my Gmail account. I'm going to log in right now, and I'm going to have access to audio. So I could, from this video generation I generated, I could download it right now. So I could use this to download it right here. I just downloaded it. I hope you are seeing where I'm pointing at. I hope you people are seeing it. So I just downloaded this video right now. So I'll have it on my device. So let me check it right now. So this is the video right here. So you could create different scenes. You could create different scenes depending on your script. You could use this same AI that we've been using. You could use them to generate scripts for movies. And not just the script, you could generate prompts as well for movies. So you could create different scenes and join them together with your video editing skill. There are video editing software. We have CapCut. CapCut is so easy to use. If you need access to a course of mine that talks about CapCut, I'll give you access to them as well. So as I was saying, So you could join all this information together to create something great with AI. That's what it basically means. So right now I want to use audio to create music. So the same way, when you want to in real life, these are some of the musics I've created with audio. In real life, you want to create music, of course, you need to write the lyrics of the song and all that. The same way you're going to do all these processes on when you are using AI to create music. So we're going to use maybe something like ChatGPT right now. Let me use it to create lyrics. That's how far you can go. So let's say I want to create a song about, I want to create an African song. I want to create an African song about the horrors and terrors in, let's say, this is Nigeria as a case study. So I want to create an African, okay, I want to create an African song. So this is me prompting, as you could see, about horrors and terrors in Nigeria. I'll just say, okay, I'll continue. I'll say I need a lyrics, for this song as a, you could give a role, yeah, as a African African singer, something like that. So let me just use this simple prompt to generate lyrics for myself. So I'm going to prompt that, as you could see for now, and this is a lyrics being generated for us. As you can see, the title is Nigeria, yeah, our cry, O land of green, where rivers flow and all that. So I'll come back to my audio right here. I'll come back to my audio to create a music with this. So in matter of minutes, you create a song. That's what it literally means right now. So I'm going to come to audio. I'm going to click on create, and right now I'm going to start creating my track. So I'll click on create right now, and it's going to take me to the next interface of where I'm going to create. So I'm going to click on create. So right here, okay, sorry, that's been why I use this. So right here, you could see a song right here. You could see your prompt. Like I said, for every generative AI tool, you need to prompt. So this is where you're going to prompt for this particular tool. You see right here, you can prompt from here. So you could randomize your prompt and all that. But I have a lyrics already. So what I'll do right now is I'm going to start my song. So I could say the clip length should be 2 minutes, and I will say this is the lyrics to my song. This is the lyrics to my song. So I'm going to copy that lyrics from ChatGPT to create a song with generative AI. So I'll copy this. I'll just copy this right now. So let me copy all that and have it pasted here. So I'm having it pasted. I have it pasted here, and right now you're going to take Afrobeat. You could see different music. You could see auto violin. I don't know much about music. I'm not a music creator, but I know Afrobeat for sure. So let me choose Afrobeat right now, and let me choose instrumental. The clip length should be 2 minutes, and let's look into advanced creation tools and let's see what we have. So right now, this is the lyrics to the song, and you can see from here there's auto generate, there's custom. So I will say custom, and this is what is your song about. So I'm going to write my song is about African. From this, I'm going to just copy something like this. I'm going to say, here is a powerful. Yes, I'm going to copy something like this. Something like this prompt. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it right here. And I'm going to have, you could have it written right here instead of using ChatGPT. But I want to use my own lyrics. So I'll paste it right here. I'll paste the same lyrics right here. I'm going to paste it right here right now. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it right here. Control A. I'm going to paste it right there. Then I'm going to click on create to create my music. So right now I'm going to just click on create and let's see what it creates for us. So to create music for movies, for videos generated is as easy as that. You could generate music with some of these tools. We have more tools. I will share you some of these tools as well. I'll share you some of these tools as well. And so right now, Mr. Mo, you sound. Yeah. So as I was saying, sorry for the interruption. So right now I'm going to create my music right now. So I'm going to create that. I'm waiting for that to get created. And here we are, auto generate and everything. So I'm going to create this right now. So while I wait for that, that's for music generation. And there's something else you would need. There's something called voiceover. The voice, you can use AI voices, and there are a lot of tools for that. I will use Canva, for instance. You could use Canva to access some of these tools. That's the most fun part about it. This same Canva I introduced to you earlier on, you could use them to access some of these tools. So for instance, I have a video right here. I'll bring in this video. I'll bring in this video to my Canva. So I want to work on Canva. So you could use Canva to edit your video as well. So I'm going to bring in this video right now. I'm going to bring this right here. Okay, I'm trying to drag and drop. So let me just create a new design. Let me create a new design right now. Custom size, 16,900. The height is now 100. I've done this before, so I'm going to create a new design. So I'm going to create a new design. I'll bring in my video, the video I generated earlier on from Chat LLM. So I'm going to upload this, and I'm going to click on upload files and bring in that video. So I'm going to bring in the video right now. I'm going to bring that in, and here we are. So I'm going to bring in this video to my Canva, and I'm going to set it as my background. So the video is right here right now. So what I want to do now is I was trying to generate a music right here and see the music. The music is generated already. Look at it right here. So this is the Afrobeat music, which says Cry for Nigeria. So I could actually play this music right now. I click on it to play it. And I don't know why it's taking a lot of time right now. So you could see it's still processing. Let me wait for that. So right now I have my video in Canva and I want to do some voiceover. So how do I do that? There's something on Canva called, you could access all other application. So come right here to your Canva. I don't know if you've seen this feature before on Canva. It's called apps. So these are integrated tools to Canva, which you could use. So there's a particular one I use called Morph AI. Morph AI. So you look for Morph AI. Morph AI is a voice generation tool. You could use it to create voiceover. It's one of the popular ones out there. So I'm going to click on this, and having to click on this, I'm going to try to open it with my Canva. So I'm going to open it right now, and I'll create a voiceover with it. So I'll show you how to create a voiceover with it before we proceed. Like I said, I'll share you some of my courses so that you could advance your knowledge in this. So like you could see from here, I have Morph AI wants to connect to your account. I'll connect my account straight away, and which is my Gmail account, of course. I'm going to connect my Gmail account to my Morph AI. You know, it's another app I'm using on Canva right now, but it's integrated to Canva. So I'm going to use Morph AI right now, and I have access to my Morph AI account. It's very easy to create. Once you have a Gmail account, you can create an account, you can sign in, and you can sign up. So I'm going to wait for that to. So as you can see from here, you see sign in, sign up, just what I just said right now. So I'm going to click on this to sign in right now, and I'm going to be able to sign into the studio. So this is the studio of Morph AI. So I want to create a voiceover. You could use the same AI generation to generative AI to create a voiceover script. So I could say I want to create a short script. So I could just create a new prompt. I'll say I want to create a short script, and I want to, as a video creator, I want to create. You could give it a parameter. What I meant by parameter is length of your script, length of a video. These are prompts. So I could say, as a video creator, I want to create, I want to, I want you to write me a script of 10 seconds, about terrors and horrors in Nigeria. So I could create, this is a simple voiceover. So it says, in the shadows of Nigeria's bustling streets lies a darker truth. Kidnappings, bandit attacks, and the horrors of insurgency haunt innocent lives. A nation's beauty overshadowed by terror, who will tell their story. So let me copy this. Let me create a voiceover with this script. So I'll come to my Canva right here. I'll come to my Canva right here, and I have my Morph AI connected already. So I'm waiting for it to connect. I don't know why my network keeps doing this. I'm waiting for it to connect. So let me see the audio. Maybe the music is ready. Yeah, the music is ready right now. So I could easily play this music. So let me just play it right now. And I'll click on the play button. So, or let me just have it downloaded offline. So you could see from here, you have the music right here. You could edit it. You could do a lot of things. And you could download it. So let me download it right now. And having to download it, you could generate a video for it or MP3. I'm going to generate MP3 for it. As you can see, when we were prompting, we prompted 2 minutes. The song is created right now, and we have 2 minutes songs right here. So we're going to yeah, I hear the sound right now. So you can hear the sound.
No.
No, I
Oh,
think you're sharing. It didn't include computer sound.
okay. So let me just download this. Let me download this. So this music has been created. I'll download it. Maybe I'll share it to the platform so you could hear what it created for us with the lyrics we generated. So I'm going to just download this right now. It's being downloaded. So I have it downloaded on my PC already. So I could see. So we'll be able to generate image. We've generated video, we've generated music. Now we want to generate voiceover as well. So this is the music right here, and I would share it later on so you could listen to some of the things we've created. So right now, I'm going to come back to my Canva to make sure I use Morph AI to generate. Wow, I think I've been kicked out of Morph AI. Okay, Morph AI is not connecting. Let me use another AI tool for voiceover. We have another one called 11 Labs. It's popular as well. So I could access that. I think I've used it for quite a number of time. I don't have access to it anymore. Let me see, continue. Or let me use a different account. Okay, let me connect it right now. Let me see. Let me see what is happening. So while I wait for that, I want to do more things like creating presentation. Some of us use presentation day to day. So I'm going to create a presentation slide with AI. I'm going to create, I think I'm not going to coding because not everyone is a programmer. So I'll just create basic things that we can. Oh, wow, Morph AI is not connecting right now. So let me try to use another tool. Let me use 11 Labs. 11 Labs. I don't know if you guys have heard of Chrome extension before. So there's something called Chrome extension. When you use a Chrome browser, you have extensions. You could have access to some AI tools here on Chrome extensions as well. So let me show you 11 Labs right now. So this 11 Labs right here, and you could use 11 Labs to generate voices and all that. So I will log in. The major challenge about most of these tools is that you have to pay to use them. You have to pay to use them. That's the major challenge about most of these tools. But we can still use, we can, like with Chat LLM, like as I was introducing to you earlier on, with Chat LLM is very cheap. You could access a lot of tools to create stuff. So there are a lot of Chat LLM actually, a lot of large language model where you could access different AI models. So I'm going to try to use my 11 Labs right here. So this is a text to speech, a voice changer, and all that. But right now, let's create something. Let's create with what we prompted on ChatGPT. You remembered we created a voiceover script. So I'm going to copy the script right here and come to my 11 Labs to paste it. So I'm going to paste this, and this is the script we created earlier on, which says, "In the shadows of Nigeria's Boston streets." I'll not read that again. So right here, you could create from the prompt right here. This is a prompt, right? And you could create like what you want to, you could create different languages. Right now, I want to create an English, this English voiceover. So I want to tell, you could say you want it to tell a story. You could narrate a story. You could do it anyhow you want to do it. You could say you want to introduce a podcast. You could create a video voiceover. But what we are trying to create now is a video voiceover. So let's just create a video voiceover. And right now, you could, it is working right now. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use my character. So there are different characters. There's Brian, there's Alice, there's Bill. So you can choose any of these characters. All you have to do is to just listen to the voice, and the one that suits whatever you want to do, you're going to choose any of those characters. So let me use something like Brian right now. And all I have to do is to play it right here. I'll use this to play it right now. So I'm going to just say play. I'm going to play what I have right here. So it's going to play what I have right here. When I paste something like this, I'm going to just use that to read what I have right there. So it's playing right now. I don't know if you could hear that. But right now, how do I get this out of this place? Since it's a paid tool, you'll not be able to get this out. But I have a tool, like I was trying to tell you about Chrome extension earlier on. I have a tool I use to capture audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my Chrome extension right here. If you've not heard of extension before, you see this small icon on your web browser when you are using Chrome. It's called extensions. So try to access it. And right now you come to manage extensions right here. I'm going to click on manage extensions, and I'm going to come to look for an extension. So the extension I want to look for right now is called audio capturing tool. So how do I have this kind of tool on my system? Let me show you how to get them. So it's called Chrome Web Store. There's a Chrome Web Store, just like Play Store, just the same way Android has Play Store, Apple has App Store and all that. There's a Chrome Web Store. So I'm going to access my Chrome Web Store to get some tools from Chrome Web Store. So all you need to do is to type Chrome Web Store on Google. And that's what I just did right now. I just type Chrome Web Store on Google and I'll access Chrome Web Store right away. I'll look for some tools I will use to capture the audio. So I'll say audio capturing tool. So you just type audio capturing on Chrome Web Store and you see a lot of tools like that. I'll just search for it. As you can see, there are a lot of tools showing right here. This is the one I currently have installed, which is called Chrome Audio Capture. So I'll use this very tool to capture the voiceover right here. So all I have to do is to access it from my extension. Once you have it installed, just the way I have it right now. To install is very easy. All you have to do is to click on it. When you click on it, you see where to install. So you see add to Chrome. You add it to Chrome. When you add it to Chrome, you have to access some of these tools through your extensions. So when you access it through your extension, I have my Chrome audio capture right here. So I'm going to use this Chrome audio capture to capture that. So I'm going to just start it. As you could see, this is it being opened right here. So all I have to do is to come to my 11 labs and I'll start playing this. When I start playing this, I'll capture it. It's as simple as that. So all I have to do is to access my Chrome audio capture. I'll start the capture right now. I'll start it right now. Then I'll play this. Okay, so right now I just played that. All I have to do now is to save my capture. So I'll save my capture right here. That's how I captured the audio. It's as simple as that. I know I'm very fast, but you have access to all this information later on. So as you could see, you could download what you just captured right now. So I'll say download file as a custom name. I'll download it and I'll give it a name. I'll say my voiceover. So right now I'll be able to create a voiceover that way. So you can create a lot of voiceover with this method I just showed you. So now we have our audio, we have our video, we have the music. So it's like what to create a video is complete right now. We have all our tools to create a video right now. So coming back to my Canva, I know I've opened a lot of tabs. Let me just close them. So let me close all these so that we can go to presentation. So here we have Canva right now. Like I said, we have a lot of video editing too. These are some of the things you could learn. So we have CapCut. I use CapCut day to day. So you could use CapCut. We have a lot of video editing too. If you don't know about video editing, CapCut is one of the easiest ones to learn. You could learn it. It's very easy. And all I have to do is to join everything together. I could join the video, the music, the voiceover together and make an AI video with it. So let me just click on create project with CapCut. I'll just click on create project and I will start a project. And I could use Canva to do the same thing. All I have to do is to import my audio, import everything all together, and blend them all together. So this CapCut right here, I want to bring in my video. So I'll bring in my video, the video I created, I'll bring it in. So I'll just bring it into my CapCut. Sorry, let me just drag and drop. So I'll just bring it in right here. All I have to do is to bring them in. I'll bring all my resources in. I'll bring the Cry for Nigeria in. Yes, that's the song we created. And I'll bring the voiceover in, which is this. So I'll bring them all in into one piece. Then I'll bring my video right here. So like I said, you can create different scenes for videos, but because of our time, we could not do much. So I'll just create this 5 seconds video. So right here, we have the video right here. This is the video I created, and we could just do, we could just use that to do this. So this is the voiceover right now, and I could just bring in the voiceover right now. So I could just blend them all together. Let me just do a basic thing. Let me just split all this and blend them all together. So all I have to do is to blend this together. I could just make it as big as this, then come this way. You don't have to worry about all this. Like I said, I will give you access to some of my courses. So I'll just split this out. Then I will export this as a video. I've added a voiceover to my video, to the video I generated without sound. I've added a voiceover. You could add the music as well as a background sound. So you could add the music as well as a background sound. So what you do to a background sound is that you reduce the volume. So that could be a background sound to the whole thing. Then all you have to do is to reduce the volume so that it sounds underneath. And there are a lot of things you could do actually. So I'll just delete this. Then I'll export this. Let me just export this. I'll export this as a single video now. What I did is just I joined the voiceover and the video together to create a video content right there. So you don't need to even use your voice. You don't need to use your camera to create content these days. There are ads you could create.
Bustling streets lies a dark.
So I will share this with you. This I just created. I'll share it with you as well.
Bustling
So we
streets
have
lies a
different
dark truth.
video created right now. You could create for
Kidnappings, bandit attacks, and the
okay.
horrors.
You could create for desktop, you could create for TikTok. As you can see, this is a portrait video from the same video I created. I just generated a portrait video and I generated a landscape video, which you could use this for TikTok. You could use this for normal like YouTube and all that. So you could create a video content with AI. You could create video ads. You could create all that with AI. So before we go, let me just wrap this up. And the last thing I'll be doing right now is we could generate documents, generate letters. Your day-to-day use, you could use AI to foster whatever you do on a day-to-day. If it's to write letter, if it's to send an email, if it's to generate documents, generate PowerPoint. So let me use my chat LLM to generate PowerPoint so you could see this right now. So I'm going to just start a new chat and I'm going to use the presentation model, AI model to generate a presentation slide. So as you can see right here, I have a PowerPoint generation right here. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this to generate a PowerPoint. So I'll say, let's generate a PowerPoint for this class. So I'll say, I'm about to host a webinar. I'm about to host a webinar on leveraging AI for growth, where I'm going to talk about prompt engineering is one of the things we've talked about. Yes, prompt engineering. So I'll say prompt engineering. I'll say generation, AI generation, prompt engineering, AI generation too. AI generation. Okay, I'll put text. Yes, text generation, video generation. Okay, music generation. Okay, and image generation. So I'm going to have this sense right now. I'm going to have this sense. This is the prompt right here. So I'll say create 10 slides. I could say 10 slides. Create 10 slides for this presentation, for this webinar presentation. So I have my prompts right there. I'll send this and right now I'll be able to generate a presentation slide. That's what it literally means. So this is it right now. It's generating a PowerPoint presentation. So there are a lot of things you could use generative AI for. Before we used to use typists to type. So right now, if you have a text written on your notebook and you want to type them out, you don't need to get a typist. All you have to do is to snap the notebook, then bring it to something like an AI to extract the text. That's how AI has made our life easier. So we could easily do a lot of document manipulation with AI. So this is a presentation slide just created by just prompting. So let me download it and see what the slide looks like. So right now I'm going to download that and I'm going to come to my downloads to access the slide. So this is the slide right here. All I have to do is to open the presentation slide. It's created the whole document for us, and this is the presentation slide right now. You remember that I said 10 slides and it created exactly 10 slides. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 slides right here, and this is a presentation slide. So you could actually customize them if you want to. You could enable editing and start to customize them. So these days, you don't even need to do a lot of things yourself. AI can do them for you. Now we have AI agents and chatbots. There's something about AI. You could create chatbots, you could create AI agents. AI agents could help you to do a lot of things like booking of flights, answering emails, replying chats, and all those things. So you could do all those as well. With this same chat LLM tool that I'm introducing to you, you could actually create agents. As you could see from here, this computer agent, and we have AI engineer where you could create chatbots for companies to automate the FAQs and all that. But that's the coding aspect of AI development and generative AI. So as I was saying, so this is the slide we created, and you could see, and it's created a slide for us. So you could just tweak it. We are having leveraging AI for growth, webinar on AI application and opportunities, and we have introduction to AI and its role in growth. We have what is prompt engineering right here, which is well defined, and we have a slide created that way. So there are a lot of things you could create, not just documents, not just presentation slides. You could create code. If you are into programming, you could easily build a website with AI. So I could easily start a new chat and say, okay, and say I want to build, okay, I say I want to build a landing page for my, okay, let's say you have a business, let's say for my restaurant, or let's say for my restaurant business, okay, my restaurant business, create, okay, generate an HTML code. There's something called HTML. And I'm wrapping up right now. So I'll say generate HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code to create these websites. So you could have a code generation right now. You'd see with this, I'm going to generate a code right now. And Sonnet is the best AI tool you can use to generate a code. And that's what it just used. So with this, I just generated a code and I could preview what I just did. This code could be previewed, or this same chat LLM. So I have the code right here. It's still processing. As you can see, this red icon is still rolling. So when it's done, right now it has been processed. It says, I've created a modern responsive restaurant landing page with the following features: a fixed navigation header. So when you preview this, you see your code right here. You see what your code generates for you. You see the output of this code. So this is the code. You could easily copy this code into your IDE, your development environment. You could easily copy this code and you have a restaurant and you could tweak it. If you are used to coding, this is a very simple way to generate code snippets, and you have a website that you could actually use as a landing page for a client. So it's as easy as that. You could create codes, you could create a lot of things. That's what generative AI tools are for. So you could create games as well. We have playgrounds on this same chat LLM. So I could just come to create something like a playground and create a game. So I could say, let me use a playground to create a game right now. So I could say create create a snake in the maze game, a snake in the maze game for me. So I could easily create a game right now. And this way, you could use different ad model to make money for yourself as well when you create a game. So you could create a game and have them uploaded on Play Store, App Store. Then you put something like an ad mob. So to even make money these days is even very easy with AI. Like I said, you could even use it to create a video ad for company, for small businesses. So right now the game has been created. Let me preview the game right now. This is the code behind the game, and I'll preview it right now. And yeah, I have the game right now. So I could easily play this game. As you could see, look at the game right here. So I could play this game. I don't know how to go about playing that right now. So as you can see, a game has been created. That's just the thing I want you to know, that you could create a lot of things with generative AI. So at the very end of this whole thing, I hope we've learned a lot. And to have access to this tool, let me just share a link. I'll share a link for you to have access to this tool so you could practice some of these things. So as you could see, we have GPT, we have Claude. You could have access to them without even using chat LLM. So you could say Claude Sonnet and you could have access to it as well. And here we are. So this is where we come to the end of this. I don't know if you have any question for me. I'll be able to answer your questions right now before we wrap this up.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, I'm with you.
Appreciate your efforts, your lectures, and your teachings. But I want to ask, how do I have an interface for this program? Is it that I will download an AI tools or I go through Google? How do I start?
Okay, I've mentioned a lot of AI tools. I've mentioned a lot of them. They have web addresses. Some of them have mobile apps. For instance, ChatGPT, when we wanted to access ChatGPT the other time, we just simply typed chat.openai.com. The same way we typed this, the same way all these other tools, they all have their web addresses. But the reason why I'm using a single tool, which is this chat LLM, is because I'm subscribed to this and I have access to all these tools. Like most of these tools, I have access to them through this. I don't know, maybe you understand. Instead of me going to Chat GPT website now, I could easily use Chat GPT from this Chat LLM, which is the premium version of Chat GPT, which is GPT 4.0. And this is me using it right here. But they have websites like Sonnet that I used to generate code earlier on. These are the websites. This is Claude.ai for Sonnet that I used to create codes the other time. So they have websites. There's Gemini. I accessed Gemini that time with the web address. There's Gemini as well. You could easily type all these tools on Google, then you have access to them.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.